What's up, everybody? Back at you with another episode of Blood on the Razor Wire TV, where we bring it to you real and we bring it to you raw. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the video. I think this is a video that, some people are going to be interested in. A lot of people have asked me, Chad, man, tell us more about your story, man. Go out in your neighborhood. Let us see what it looks like. Show us some of the places that, you were selling drugs from or whatever. So I went out and did that. We got a bunch of footage that we're going to be putting together. We're going to talk about my city, about how dangerous it is. We just had a cop kill a 911 dispatcher that was married to a sheriff's deputy. We're going to do a video on that. But on this particular day, I ended up seeing this chick, right, that I knew. I knew her because I knew her parents. She was only 13 or 14 years old when I went to prison. And now I come home and I see her. So I pull over and I say, hey, what are you doing out here? And I know that she's, unfortunately, she's drug addicted to fentanyl, cocaine, crack. And she's also working the streets, man. She's a streetwalker, right? So I'm like, hey, you want to talk? You want to do an interview? And I know that she was in prison because when I first came home, I hired her stepfather to do some roofing work for me, right? And he was telling me about it. But what I didn't know, and she reveals in the video that you guys are going to see, is that she's HIV positive. And I asked her, I said, you're out here, selling sex and you're HIV positive. Do you tell these dudes this? And she's like, no, I'm not. No, I don't, because I can't give it to them, or I'm not. I don't even know. But you guys will hear the video, right? But sometimes you have to ask yourself, like, why do these women do this? What is their, what is the motivation? Why are they doing this? And a lot of times we know, man, I sold drugs in the street, and I'm not happy about it. It's not something that I glamorize, not something that I promote. And, I took from my community, and I had seen plenty of women caught in this vicious cycle, right? Some of them were caught up by, men pushing them to do what they felt they had to do. And one of these chicks talks about that. There's 2 interviews on there. And sometimes the drug addiction becomes the pimp, right? It's the addiction to drugs and the need for money that puts these women out on the street. And I'm from a place where we did have a serial killer at one time killing prostitutes all over my city. I think he killed 11, 12, 13 prostitutes, something like that. Some people that I was actually close to. Actually, someone that's close to one of these girls, they're connected through marriage, right? And he killed one of them women. And now she's out here on that same street that woman was picked up on and eventually killed. Why do women turn to prostitution? Why do they turn to drug addiction? They talk about this in these interviews. And it's mind-boggling, man. It is. It's mind-boggling that there's chemicals out there that will have people, I guess in a certain respect, sell their soul, right? So when I do these interviews, I tell both of these women, hey, if you want to change your life, if you want an opportunity, if you want to go to rehab, if you need a ride, if you need something, then, Blood on the Razor Wire TV, we're willing to do that. We're willing to reach out our hand and help you guys. We don't want to see you going down this road anymore, because this is a vicious, vicious road. It's a vicious, vicious cycle of addiction, loneliness, depression. But you know what? I think that they can tell their story better than I can. So here's the videos. What's up, everybody? Blood on the Razor Wire TV. We're back at you. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm out here in my old neighborhood, the neighborhood that I went to prison from. We're coming out here, we're interviewing some of the women that are out here working, that are caught up in, just a crazy, crazy life, caught up in addiction, caught up in just a vicious cycle. And, when I went to prison, I know your family, right? Yeah. And when I went to prison, you were just a little girl, 13, 14 years old. I was sentenced to 40 years, and she was just a little girl. And now you're out here on the street, right? Yeah. What's life like out here?
It's rough. I've been battling with addiction since I was 17. I've had clean time. It's just, I don't know, things just bring you back, rough memories, depression.
And you're out here taking a chance with your life, right?
Yeah, it's happening all the time.
You grew up here. You grew up in this neighborhood.
Yeah, I was 14 coming up here throwing rocks at hookers. And 3 years later, I was one.
So you've been prostituting since how old?
17.
17 years old. You ever worry about your life out here in the street?
Absolutely.
And we're from this neighborhood, so we know who Shawcross is, right?
Yeah, I've had things happen. I've had lots of things happen over the years. I feel like I got some kind of guardian angel on my shoulder, because I should have been gone a long time ago.
What's one of the scariest things you've been involved in out here?
There's been so many. I mean, I've almost had my life taken quite a few times. Over $20
For $20 by who? Dudes that were trying to date you, or
at dates.
what about? You remember the dude Prince? He was out here beating up prostitutes
Yeah,
back in
I
the
know
day.
who he is. He never tried nothing stupid with me. I got pretty lucky with a lot of the so-called pimps out here.
Yeah.
Um, from my family background and not knowing my family, um, they find out who my family is, a lot of it, um,
And
I get my respect.
I know your family because I met with Gino, and Gino was working for me doing some roofing when I first got out, and he had talked about you. He drove up. You're like, man, I hope I see her, and your family really wants you to get off drugs, right?
Yeah,
Is that even a possibility?
yeah, it's happened. I've had 2 years.
No, I'm talking about, is it possible that you're going to just be done with this life?
I want it to be done, but I don't know what keeps bringing me back.
How bad you want it to be done?
Bad enough that I tried to take my life.
You tried to take your life. Where at?
126 pills. I was on life support for 4 days.
120 sleeping pills on life support, and it still wasn't enough yet.
I'm HIV positive.
And you're HIV positive. And that probably crushes you out here, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't even sexual.
What was it from?
I started doing dope over a year ago because the other drugs weren't doing enough. And somebody said, here, try shooting up. And I didn't know how to do it, so I let them do it, and they switched me.
So you're out here, you were shooting up, and now you're HIV positive. And how old are you?
33.
33. Is that what makes you feel like you want to give up on life?
No, because I can live a normal life. I'm undetectable. I can't transmit it. I guess it's a loneliness. I feel lonely. I feel very lost and alone.
There's organizations out here that'll help you. There's people that'll help you. We're willing to help you if you're willing to help yourself. You know what I mean? Are you even willing to help yourself?
Yeah, I am.
When? What day are you willing to help yourself? Today, tomorrow, a week
right
from now?
now, I can't say that because today I'm not.
Today, you're not ready. How long has it been since you've been to sleep? Because I know your voice is a little groggy.
I know I slept last night.
What's up with
congested. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear out of my ear right now.
So, you're out here catching licks, right? Which we call dates, licks, whatever. You're prostituting. But let me ask you this. You ever tell the dates, like, yo, I'm HIV positive? No. It's all right. How many of these men are married? They tell you that they're married, stuff like that?
A lot.
Do you feel bad when they tell you that you're HIV positive?
Oh, well, no, because I know I'm using protection and I know I can't transmit it sexually.
Do any of these dudes try to have sex with you without a condom?
Do they try? Oh, absolutely. Do I let it? No.
Absolutely outrageous that there's men out here that got families at
when
home.
When a guy says that to me, I get out of the car. Because first of all, if you're willing to do it with me and you don't know me, what other girl have you done it with?
Yeah. Definitely a sad life. And because I know you, also know that you went to state prison, right?
Yep.
How much time did you do in state prison?
3 years. I was a youthful offender and still went to prison.
What was the charge?
Criminal possession of stolen property.
So they sent you to prison for criminal possession of stolen property.
And it wasn't even mine. I just wouldn't give up the person that was the driver.
You wouldn't give up the person that was the driver.
And that's who stole us.
So
I didn't know anything that was going on.
So if you would have told on him, you would have never went to prison.
Pretty much.
You don't really want your face on the camera, huh?
Not really.
Why?
As I said, a lot of personal things.
Yeah, but there's a lot of kids out here that are going down the wrong road, just like the same road you were on when you were just a young girl, right?
Yeah.
That are out here probably throwing rocks at you. Are there people?
That's not the same. I'm going to get the message from the message.
I hope that they can hear you. I hope that the camera's picking up your voice. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
What was state prison like in New York?
I did shot camp first. Because I was only 3 years and I was not violent. I got recycled 9 days before I was supposed to come home, so that was rough. So I ended up doing an extra 3 months in shock. Then I came home and I was only home 4 months. And then I went back without a violation. I went to Weller, and that was actually harder than shock, even though it was shorter.
So let me say this: the people that are listening, they don't know that what you're talking about is like a boot camp style thing that for people that go to prison.
It's like all military except for everything based on drugs. And you wake up at 5:30 in the morning screaming, running to the corner of your queue, and then you're outside 10 minutes later, exercising for an hour and a half.
And I know
hard exercise.
Let me talk about this before we go, right? Because I know that you got kids, right? I see Gino on there with your daughter all the time, taking care of her, him and your mom. And how do you feel about your kids? Do you feel like you disappointed them?
My daughter don't understand too much because of her disability. My oldest, I definitely feel like I let him down a lot, and I feel like I owe him a lot. Now that he's older and I can talk to him and he understands more, he can talk and he's understanding more now so than he was when he was younger, and he does understand. And I didn't leave him because he seen me be there for his brother, his sister for longer than I was with him.
Yeah.
And then I didn't leave him because I wanted to. It was a rough thing, but I did what was best for him at the time.
I hear you. I see you're scratching and itching.
Oh, no.
What type of drugs are you using?
I smoke heroin and crack.
Smoke heroin and crack. Are you worried? Yeah, so I'm going to ask you, are you worried about the fentanyl out here?
That's what I need.
That's what you need. That's what you need right now.
No, I don't need it.
Are you sick?
No.
What's it feel like when you're dope sick?
I don't really let myself get dope sick. I went through detox one time, and it was the worst fucking feeling in the world. I never want to go through it again. I will never let myself get that bad.
Well, listen, you said today ain't the day, but my mother lives in this neighborhood. I drive by all the time. And I mean this. I'm keeping it 100 with you. If you want to change your life, man, there's people out here that'll help you. I'll help you. Wave me down. Yo, Chad, man, I want to change my life. I'll take you to a drug rehab. I'll get you some hygiene products. We'll get you over here. Do whatever we need to do to help you, right? I'll call your family. Yo, she wants to come home. You know you can go home. They want you home. They love you. They care about you. They don't want you to die out here in the street. But listen, I'm gonna close, right? Is there a message you would give the little girls that are on the wrong path so they don't end up in the position that you were in, where they end up with HIV?
Don't ever let someone tell you. I got caught up in this game from a man telling me that if I loved him and he was the only one there for me, that I would do this and this and that for him. And I was naive enough to believe it. And next thing you know, I was out here full time selling gas for money to take care of his drug habit. At that time, I didn't even have a habit. Don't ever let someone tell you something and make you believe something that you know is not true. Just go for your goals in life and keep your eyes forward.
I hope you get your shit, just get yourself together, get your shit together, and do the right thing. I'm here if you need me, all right? For real. What's your name?
Fox. I go by Fox, but my name's Jasmine.
So, Jasmine, you're out here getting money on Lyle Avenue, right?
Yeah, something like that.
What's this life like out here?
It's tough. It's not easy. It's really hard. We get disrespected. We get cups of soda thrown at us. Hit with like blowguns. It's crazy. People ride by throwing stuff at you, degrading you.
So look, when I drove by you, I seen you look at me and you gave me like a nod, right?
Mm-hmm.
What, you thought I was a lick over here? Keep it real.
Not really. I just, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like throw my head up at anybody I see doing good for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
How long you been in the street?
Well, this time I've been in the street about 2.5 years. I was clean for 5 years in Florida. I moved here and relapsed. I was in the street in Florida for like 2 years then. I've been in this life since I was like a child. My dad and all them did all the drugs and all that stuff. Like, I grew up in this.
How old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
30 years old. And how long you been out here? I'm just going to call it what it is. You've been prostituting, right? Keep it real.
Here and there, yeah.
And how long you been doing that?
On and off. When I come out and hustle, it really just depends. Like, I've been on and off, you know what I mean, for the last 2 years. But before I did it, you know what I mean, I don't just prostitute either.
Well, what else do you do out here?
Shit, if I can sell candy bars and make a profit, I'm selling them.
So you got that hustle mentality, right?
Yeah,
You ever have somebody get you in a car and not want to let you out?
absolutely.
You know, this city's famous for a serial killer that was killing a bunch of prostitutes, right?
Arthur Shawcross?
Does it ever cross your mind?
Absolutely. Sometimes I get in the car and I wonder. I watch for shit. I look at the keys to see what's in the key ignition. I look around. I keep a blade on me at all times. I keep some kind of something on me.
So being out here in the streets, I'm going to ask you, kind of a direct question that people want to know. You got a pimp out here?
No, I don't.
So you just do your own thing?
Absolutely.
You got a boyfriend?
I've been single for a year.
So did you have a boyfriend when you were out here doing this stuff?
Yes, I was. I'm more of an online type of girl, but I do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I get money.
So what's up? You get money just to get high or to live?
No, I pay for my bills. I pay for phones. I keep nice shit on. I don't steal from stores. I keep my shit on. I keep myself up. I keep everything clean. Like, it's not just about getting high, but I do get high. But that's just like a luxury, and I really don't like paying for drugs. I get a lot of free drugs, but I mean, the drugs are just a whole nother thing.
What's your drug of choice?
I smoke crack and I do heroin.
You do
I
heroin?
smoke heroin. I quit shooting 9 months ago. I took myself off the needle. I was shooting since I was 19 years old. I used to be addicted to Roxy's in Florida and shit. And then heroin, I tried for the first time here, and it's been hell.
How about fentanyl?
Fetty is Fetty is the worst.
Are you worried about it?
Throwing up is the worst. Yeah, I'm worried about it. I want to get off the shit, but it's like a never-ending story. It's just a vicious cycle.
Vicious cycle. What are you going to do to get off it?
I got to make a choice.
There you go. That's the answer, right?
I got to make a choice.
You got to decide, is this the life that you want to live or you want to live a different life?
I know I want to live a different life, but am I woman enough? Am I going to get up and do it right now? No. So I'm not going to even like play with myself like that. But I know that it's coming soon because I'm tired.
You got kids?
I would have had a son. He would be 11, but my baby daddy was very abusive, and I lost my son about 9 days before I was due. I was going to be induced, and I had to birth my son. He was already dead in my womb, because I got beat up that bad.
I'm sorry to hear that. You ever think, man, when someone beats you up out here, like, yo, this is it. This is the breaking point?
Yeah, it makes you feel real shitty, you know. I get mad, I want to get revenge, but then I just let it go because I know that they're being ate up inside, you know what I mean? Like, that's something they got going on. And I always try to let other girls know, like, look out for this, look out for that. Shit isn't the same out here. I mean, the code across the border, it ain't the same out here. The drugs are the pimps, and the girls ain't loyal to each other. They steal from you, your clothes, everything I got, it probably be stolen by tomorrow morning, if I let them.
Where are you living at? You living in a bando? You got a place?
I don't live in no bandos. There's bugs in there. Stay away from the mites. They got, bed bugs, all that.
Do you have your own house?
I usually have my own house, but since me and my ex broke up last year, I've been staying in rooming houses or wherever I can. Like, I have a home on Villa right now, but I don't even go home because I got a man trying to cling to me, trying to, claim me and call me his bitch and all this shit. So I just avoid it. I don't even go home. He's a roommate there. Like, it's just crazy how niggas are out here.
It's cold out here too sometimes, right?
Oh, yeah, it's cold out here. That's why you got to stay, you got to be dressed up, layered up.
No, I'm going to ask you in a different sense. It's cold in all different ways, right? It's a cold world you live in, yeah.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city, baby.
What's one of the worst things you've seen out here?
I had to save a few lives. I mean, people that drag people out that are overdosing and they leave them in the alley and they die. I lost a friend. Rest in peace, Frankie.
How about the girl that just got shot and killed out here? Do you remember that happened?
Avenue? Yeah, Charlene. I think she might have seen something she wasn't supposed to, or she knew something she wasn't supposed to, or she stole some little shit, something. Who knows? It's sad. I've witnessed a shooting over here on. I've witnessed way too much. Let's just say that. About three of them in a 2 year span max.
And yet you're still out here on the street.
I just kind of, yeah.
There's things in this city, man, where people can help you, right?
Yes.
There's organizations. There's people that want to help you. Do you want help today?
I mean, yeah, I want help, but am I going to do it? Probably not.
You're not ready.
I mean, I'm tired, but I'm not tired enough. Like, soon. But I keep telling myself that, though, but yeah.
You keep saying that, but, it could be a shot of fentanyl or something, right? Inside that heroin, or, they're mixing fentanyl with weed and everything, right? My boy just died about 4 days ago. Smoked some weed, and it had fentanyl in it, and now he's dead.
Crack, and they dropping, too.
Sad. How about the county jail? You been to the county jail here?
Yeah, and actually they got it sweet here because in Florida it's way different. But it still sucks. It's nasty. There's rats in the jail. Like, it's way different here.
Are the girls fighting each other in there?
Of course.
You ever had a fight in jail?
Long time ago.
Did you win or lose?
Man, the police won. Shit, they drug us and bashed us up, and the police won. We didn't, you know what I'm saying?
So listen, I'm just going to tell you this. I hope you get your life together. There's help out here. I'm here if you want some help. You can make it happen today, but honestly, I don't think you're ready. But I'm always in this neighborhood. You see the car, right?
Yeah.
So when you see the car, wave me down, all right?
Are you willing to send me to Florida or help me get there? I mean, I'm not asking you for no money or nothing. I can get that to get there, but I mean, like, I just need a solid person to, like, get me there. You know what I mean? Like, on the bus or whatever.
We could help you with that. If you want to get on a bus and you really want to change your life, we could help you get on that bus, all right? What do you want to say to the people, man, before we close? Anything? You got any messages? There's some little girls out there watching this show right now, heading down the wrong road.
I wish I had somebody to tell me. I mean, I don't know how to say it, man. Just don't do it. Listen to people when they tell you something. Listen to the grown folks. Listen to people who actually take the time to sit you down, if ever they do. Because it's rare that people actually care these days. And if somebody tries to talk to you or give you some advice, or they see you heading down the wrong path, they sit you down and do a heart-to-heart, I suggest you think about it. And if you don't at that moment, on a cold night, you think about it then, and then change.
Listen, we appreciate you coming on here and sharing your story and your experiences, all right?
Thank you.
All right, bye. I hope everybody enjoyed that video. You know, if you're out there on the street, you're struggling, there are organizations out there that will help you. Reach out, man. Get off the street. It's not the place to be. Go home. Be a mother. Go home, man. Be a father. You know, I know it's easier said than done, but if you have to, it's easy to find me. Reach out to me. I'm in New York. I don't care if you're in California, Las Vegas, wherever you're at. If you need help, there's organizations. If you need help, reach out to us. I'll try to find some for you. You know, I know you don't want to live that life, but sometimes you're just stuck. You're suck in. But tell people, man, if you enjoyed the video, let me know, man. We'll get out in the street. We'll do some interviews out there as well. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Until tomorrow, with respect, we're out.